That hurt.
No, but that was what I was. I mean, honestly, like wondering if that would be because you don't know what the future holds. So if you have that and you realize, well, shoot, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that would cut out of the budget.
Yeah, and see, this is something that I feel like has always been a topic of discussion in the world. Is when money does go out in the school system, in the public school system, what do you cut first? And unfortunately, it tends to be the arts that kind of go first. I know up here in Akron at Firestone, arts were always a big part of my life and a big part of everyone's life. And, everyone always argued for levies to pass to keep those around. So to me, those are where the cuts would come first. I think football as a whole for schools, with the exception of like a few, there's too many monetary things that come with it for people to actually want to cut sports as a whole. I mean, I could see them like doing away with like, off the wall sports. Like if your school has a hockey team, unless you're like really, really good, like they're probably going to cut a hockey team because it's just an additional cost that doesn't need to be there. So your big three sports, though, your big four, I should say, your football, baseball, basketball, and softball, those sports to me at all high schools, because they're such great money makers, they'll always exist. I mean, unless the school completely goes under monetarily, then they'll still exist.
I like it. Anybody else got anything they want to ask Jon? Because Jon, you've been fantastic.
Jon, how long have you been covering high school basketball?
This is my 6th year doing it. Going into my sixth year.
Who's the best high school basketball player you got to watch?
I would say, let me think here. Girls wise, I've done a lot of the girls games, and I mean, honestly speaking, boys wise, the best player I've seen is Kyle Young in my time. I think he was a special player. I think he just, he just had a way about him. Like, he took command of a game. I like Lapierre Tolles from McKinley when he was there. There was a kid at Canton South I liked for a little while. His name was Malik Campbell. I was a huge fan of Malik Campbell. I thought that kid could really, really play. But girls wise, Taylor Mikesell and Kirsten Bell are 1A and 1B, no matter how you slice it. Some of the battles they had, I mean, hell, LeBron showed up for a game that they played in. It's like, that says everything you need to know about how big those two were for high school sports in the area. It's, watching those two go at it was something else. It was a heavyweight fight every time.
I have one other question. As far as coaches, I know you interview a lot of coaches. Who's your favorite interview?
My favorite interview? Oh, my gosh. That's a tough question. No one's ever asked me that before.
I think I know.
Who do
You're
think
a Trucker fan.
I do enjoy a good conversation with Trucker. I really do. He's a funny guy. Jeff Lindesmith over at Central Catholic. But the guy that I always gravitate towards talking to is Spider Miller down at East Canton. I mean, Spider is just like, damn, you want to talk about funny? Like, I mean, I'll call him and like he'll be in the middle of grilling a steak and like he'll say whatever he wants to. I mean, and we obviously know like what we can share and what we can't, but he's a really funny guy. I think the great thing is that all the coaches that we talk to, they all are really fun. Even the ones that people get the wrong image of, like, I want to just get rid of the rumor here. Keith Wakefield is the greatest guy to talk to in the world. So anybody who says otherwise, they're full of crap, and don't let them tell you that.
That's awesome. Well, I got one more question for you. It's got nothing to do with high school sports, though, Jon, but I need your prediction on the Browns this year. What are the Brownies going to do?
Oh my, we my brother and my buddies and I, we did this a couple weeks ago. We had a group happy hour one night, and we put this together. We came out with, I think, 10-6 is what I had them going. I think they finally shored up the line issues. Hopefully with the addition of Jedrick Wills and Jack Conklin, they finally have some protection for Baker. And I think the big thing, guys, is that they finally have some depth now. Like, they were good skill-wise last year, but there was no depth to the team that they had. Like, if you looked at them defensively, like, if one guy went down, like, somebody with the skill level of one of us was playing as a backup. So, it's like that was just a recipe for disaster at times. You just really hope that something works out for them this year. I think Stefanski is a great hire. He's young, he's innovative, he's got the right thing in mind for the team. And Andrew Barry, only a couple months on the job, but damn, if he hasn't done the best job of any GM that they've had since 1999, then I don't know what at this point, because he's just taken all their weaknesses and he's pretty much made them go away.
Except for the quarterback. Just saying.
Again, the one Steelers fan, we got to be.
So
I think the thing about Baker is that he, because I am a big Baker guy, I really am, and I think I have 3 other Browns fans with me here. But I think the thing with Baker is that he was pushed down last year, and my brother and I have talked about this, and he said to me, and I agree with it, that Baker needs to have that underdog feeling. He needs to be told he can't do something, and now all of a sudden again after his rookie year where he was already in the Hall of Fame, he had one arm in the gold jacket apparently according to some Browns fans, now it's he's being told well, if you don't play well, Case Keenum is going to bench you week 3. So that pressure on his back, that's going to really, really help him, I think. And the fact that he's going to have time to throw this year, because again, last year, he had about as much time as a, bad team on Madden to throw. So it's it's not even, I think you can just get rid of last year. Last year almost didn't even happen. I mean, it was such a disaster from day one.
It really was. There's no doubt. I wish I'd have known that before I got my season tickets.
99 too, though, right?
What'd you say?
You could probably get rid of that from 99 on. I mean, just
you don't have to listen to him, John.
I mean, let's be real. We can get rid of the Browns post the Dwayne Rudd helmet throw. After that idiot threw his helmet, we could pretty much just forget about the preceding 20 plus years that have happened after that. I mean, honestly speaking, it all went downhill there.
I'm going to pull Dan Lawver real quick, though. I'm going to pull a Dan Lawver and just say it has almost been 3,100 days since Michigan beat Ohio State.
Hey, and you know what? And Big Bennett's still the winningest quarterback in First Energy history, which is still the greatest stat of all time. Yeah. 21 years in.
He didn't win his last game there.
Okay.
I just
worry about. I'm not a Steelers fan, so I don't talk about the 70s. So the only one I remember is the last one.
Okay.
I just know this too, that there was a period of time, and I hope I never have to go through this for an extended period of time again. But as a Browns fan, I think everybody else here knows what I'm talking about, except for Dan. But there was a point in time where you would come to week 14 of the year, and the Browns would be 5-8, and they'd be at the bottom of the playoff picture. And damn, if the hope that you had waking up that Sunday wasn't the biggest hope that you've ever had in your life, I don't know what was. I lived and breathed for those days, man. Brandon Weeden going against the Washington one year, I was yeah, we're gonna make the playoffs. We had no chance in hell, guys. Come on, what am I talking about?
You only had to have 13 things go their way.
Right.
I know.
And they were all gonna happen.
That's right. Hey, John, thanks a lot for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. You've been great.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, I had a blast. Love to do it again.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
fellas.
I'm out.
Stop this. Boom.